Hello everyone, and welcome to another fantastic Q&A here on StephenVlog. Today we have a guest.
My name is Josh Jepson, but you knew that already?
Unless you didn't.
And now you do know.
And now you are informed.
Because I just told you.
Last month we told you that Josh would be visiting and to ask Q&A questions that would pertain to him, or at least that all of us could answer. We have amassed some questions that we want to reply to. So let's start off. The first question is from D Rusty, or Dr. Usty 64, and it says, "How did you meet Josh?" Which we can both.
Well, let's see. Once upon a time, I believe you messaged me on Facebook, and you were like trying to figure out which Let's Plays I was doing, so we wouldn't do the same ones at the same time, which would be awkward. That was my first interaction with you.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know when that was.
It was a long time ago. And then the actual time we actually met in person was PAX.
Yes.
That was the awkward hug.
Yeah. Anyone who watched the PAX Prime videos from 2012, that's the first time that Josh and I ever met in person. But before that, we had talked online.
Yep.
Apparently for that.
Very briefly.
I knew of you for a long time.
I knew of you for a long time, too. I watched some of your vlogs back in the day.
There's kind of like there's different circles on YouTube.
Yeah. And
the circle that we fall in, there's a circle that we fall into, that Emil falls into, Nintendo Capri Sun.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people, and
we all watched each other's content before we met.
Yeah. And it's also why I reached out to you to make sure we weren't doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh,
we could do the same,
because we have similar kind of audiences.
Yeah, we do the same kind of content.
So that made sense. Awesome or Awesome RC. Awesomer K. C. That's a C.
Awesomeriki?
171. Do you have any old videos that you find embarrassing or particularly cringe-worthy?
I have one. Back in 2010, I didn't vlog, I don't think, at the time, but I wanted to. And I decided that I would make a, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Rhett and Link used to do a thing called Super Note every year.
Where they just held the note.
Where they held the note, and they got a bunch of other YouTubers to participate and hold a note for as long as they could. And whichever, community of YouTubers got the longest collective note won a trophy for that, big YouTuber. Which is, I don't know, weird. But I participated in this particular, in 2010 Super Note, and yeah, I watched it recently, and it's not good.
Is it still?
It's on the internet. It's probably private, but it's there.
You should unlist that.
I should unlist that and see if people can find it. Because I don't even know if it's on my channel, if it's on a different channel of mine.
That was a long time ago. I remember Super Note. I remember Super Note because Dan was huge into Rhett and Link, and he was like, Super Note! And I was like, okay. I think he did it. Also, he probably did it the same year.
Yeah, 2010.
You might have been on the same team.
Who knows?
I have no idea what team you were on.
I don't even know. Actually, I do know what team I was on, but I'm not going to say.
As for us, I think we've actually talked a little bit about this before, but we don't have anything that we're particularly super embarrassed by. Mal, do you have anything?
Not that I can think of.
Not on StephenVlog, I don't think.
The only reason I was embarrassed by it is just because I'm weird back then. I was weird in 2010.
Yeah, you're weird now.
I mean, I'm different weird. At least I have a better hairstyle.
Good weird.
Yeah.
Good weird. Next question is from the Gaming Archer. It says, what class in video games do you tend to choose the most? If you're going to play a role-playing game and you get to choose between Archer and Monk and Fighter and Wizard. Are you a wizard? Are you Harry? And are you a wizard?
I am Harry Potter. No, I generally am a wizard. I'm a mage. If I'm gonna pick a class, especially that's what I picked in Skyrim.
Why?
Because I like magic. I like shooting stuff out of my hands. Magic. I like shooting stuff out of my hands.
I like making fireball.
Okay.
That's cool. Mal, you.
Mage, Archer, one of them.
Druids.
Yeah.
Gnomes.
Archer's good. That's a good pick.
Gnome is a race.
I'm a druid gnome.
Gnome is a
Pathfinder.
Gnome is a race. You can be a gnome.
I'm conflicted. When I was growing up, we played a lot of Gauntlet. Growing up, either Gauntlet Legacy for N64 Is it Legends.
Legends.
Gauntlet
My
Legends.
favorite game of all time.
Have you played it?
No.
Gauntlet Legends, which was for N64, we played that a lot. We also played Dark Legacy. I was always the archer. And the reason I was the archer was not because I was like, I want to be the archer. It was because the archer had the highest speed. So the archer could get to the treasure the fastest. So I always had the most money.
I like shooting lightning out of my hands.
And that's a defining characteristic of you, actually.
Shooting lightning out of my hands? I do this on a daily basis.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Next question is from Kagome91821. Steven, what's it like working with Josh? And Josh, what's it like working with Steven?
You go first.
I'm interjecting.
Okay.
Working question mark?
Over the past few days that Josh has been here, we've had trouble getting stuff going. Because, like, we need to work, but, like, we're in the same room, and we're working on stuff. On our own stuff.
But then suddenly it's like, Josh, you've never seen this video? We need to watch this video.
That is exactly
right
how
now.
it goes. We'll start talking about something and it's fine. We'll talk for like 10, 15 seconds about something and we'll like, I'll be like, I don't know. And then he's be like, let's show the video.
I don't know how many web videos I've shown you while you've been
A lot.
here. I was like, oh man, you gotta see Kung Pao. Oh, let's watch the Chad Warden video in its entirety. Yeah.
So, and this is the first time I've ever like been here, like,
yeah,
and like trying to do things. Like we were gonna plan to record some stuff together, and
right at this point in time, we are recording this video on Wednesday. We go to
Yes.
PAX tomorrow,
Yes.
and we have not recorded a single thing
We need
for
to pack
channel.
and have dinner.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad, but
I'm sorry, Mal.
okay, but beyond that, working with Josh is always fun. We've done quite a few things in the past.
You don't have to lie right to them. Come on, jeez.
It is fun. You're a fun guy.
I think you guys record well together.
I do. I think I become more dry.
More? I
Yes.
mean, what?
I think, like, I feel like my humor is
As
not...
opposed to wet humor?
Well, yeah, yours is pretty wet.
I have pretty wet humor.
But mine is like, mine's pretty dry, but like, if I do stuff with you, I take your wetness. You're so moist. And because you're
Thanks.
so moist, I dry myself out even more, I think.
Okay.
But I think it works. I think it's a good combination.
Yeah, okay, alright. Working with Steven's okay. Next question. No, I like working with Steven a lot. I really do. I think really we haven't done a whole lot together.
We've done stuff in groups because we've
it's been
done a lot
like
of stuff for Steven and Friends.
GTA Online
GTA
and
Online.
Steven and Friends is mostly what I've done with
The
you.
only thing we've done together so far has been the Donkey Kong Country
Donkey Kong
versus,
Country, yeah.
which was fun for me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, you should. Spoiler: I win.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Although,
well, I mean, he's better at the game than me. Whatever.
it's okay. You're gonna get shot. We're gonna do Donkey Kong Country Returns at some point.
Yes.
Hopefully soon.
Versus.
And then
It's
I
gonna
can
be good.
get you at that too. Commander Clyde asks, Josh, what is the history of your hairstyle?
My hairstyle is symbolic of a point in my life when I became a man.
Is that why there's a point?
When did you start wearing it like that?
It was 2012.
Okay.
It was right before I moved out of my parents' house. And a friend of mine was like, your hair sucks. And I was like, okay.
What a friend.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'll change it. And I changed it to this. It looked a little bit different back then. But I've kind of evolved it over time. And it's become my signature look. So I can't do anything to it.
What was your hair before that? Just
It was like
a bowl
it's
cut?
like a bowl cut, but like a messy bowl cut. Bowl cut.
It was a bold.
Yeah,
bowl cut?
it was terrible. It was like long and greasy and gross, and like it was puffy on the sides, and it was really bad. In fact, actually, that's part of the reason why my video is cringe-worthy, because I was like, I would look gross in it.
Oh,
I was also really fat back then too.
so you're just a fat kid with.
I was fat kid with-
greasy,
Yeah.
bold, greasy bowl cut.
Yes,
Doing a note.
yes, and it was bad.
What was the note that you did?
E major.
Okay, you could just give it a shot. Wow, your team lost, didn't they? How long can you hold?
Okay, all right, I'll do it.
stop counting. If you go, I mean, unless you were playing for like the monkeys and the monkeys like
So the history of my hairstyle is I changed it when I moved out of my parents' house, and it really actually is symbolic of that point in my life, because that was like a big change, and I lost a bunch of weight, and I moved to the other side of the country, and like then YouTube like started doing really well for me, and yeah.
So it is symbolic. I changed my hair at a point in my life too, because I always gelled.
I was gonna say, and then you changed it back.
Shut up. That's not what I meant. I always gelled my hair when I was in high school, and when I went to college, I stopped. But it was also.
And then you grew a mullet.
It was because I'm not talking about that point. I stopped gelling my hair because I was lazy, though, not because it was a significant turn. I then grew my hair out and had an afro mullet, which is a rare thing to have, and we don't have any pictures of that, unfortunately.
No pictures.
None. They don't exist.
Oh, I see.
No.
Don't ask.
They're gonna show me after this.
Quick question from Moneybags133. Does Josh listen to Skillet?
No.
All right. Next question is from Austin's Arcade. If you had unlimited time to spend on each video you produced, what would change? So basically, if time was infinite, how would a project improve? How would each daily video improve?
Time is infinite. Anyway, I don't think a whole lot would change, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think that I would change anything. I think I would just use the extra time to do something else.
I think that's a good answer. I mean, there are certain YouTubers that do certain things with their videos and
spend a lot of time on a particular kind of content, right?
I'm talking in reference to Let's Play videos. Like in Let's Play videos, you're shooting game video and game audio, you're adding your own commentary to it, blah blah blah, and that's it. There are people like Emil that go above and beyond to make more of a walkthrough type thing, where they're doing specialized graphics, like for Pokemon. There's a lot of in-depth knowledge in Pokemon that's not on the surface level. He's going above and beyond to take that information.
Rate, male, female rate.
Yeah, he's showing all of that.
So yeah, there are some people that do more than just the base thing.
But that's not something that I have ever done.
Well, yeah, I mean everybody has their
shtick.
And like yeah. So like if you had more time to implement a shtick, do you think you would?
No.
I mean, you have your own shtick, of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if I did have that time, I wouldn't say, I have this time, so I'm going to,
put more into your content, because you don't need to.
Yeah, that's what it comes down. It doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
So you would spend the other time doing things
if I had more time, I would probably make, like, guitar videos or something. Like, I would do music stuff.
He would play Guitar Hero. Every day, all night long.
I wouldn't play Guitar Hero. I don't think. But yeah, I would work on different projects.
Black Hole Sun. How's that?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, JsdCamden asks, how have you made such lasting friendships over the internet?
Well,
talking.
Yeah, just talking to him, honestly, like, because I didn't have a lot of friends, like, IRL. I was actually homeschooled through high school, when people, like, pick up some of their, like, long-term friends, essentially. I feel like a lot of people get a lot of friends throughout high school, and then, like, keep them, like, it's kind of like the middle point. Well, some people. Anyway,
some friends,
if they can stand each other through high school, but I didn't have that because I was homeschooled. So I was also really awkward, so I never met anybody like in real life, and so the only friendships I did have were on the internet. So I kind of just held on to them.
I mean, the internet's always been a huge part of my life, and like, there's no reason that the social interaction you have on the internet is in any way devalued or different than a social interaction that you'd have online or in.
Arguably, it's better because you get to know somebody better, because all you have is talking to them.
Like, if your idea of social interaction was getting on Xbox Live and you had like a group of friends that you played Halo with, like, that's real. That's a real social interaction. Yep. You really get to know those people, and they really are your friends, no matter what your mother may say. Like, those aren't really.
Yeah, well, there's that, and then there's like long distance relationships, which you guys understand and I understand, and it's like it's the same thing where you really get to know people because all you can really do is talk with them and do that kind. You know what I mean? It's not like you're just sitting and
It's
hanging out or going to see a movie. You know what I mean? Like,
it really has nothing to do with the relationship itself. It really depends on the person. Like if you want to put that time into it.
Exactly.
So like the question had said, how do you make such lasting friendships? You treat it like any other friendship.
yeah.
I mean, really, that's pretty
It's
much.
just a friendship,
It
really.
really is. It's just.
I don't consider it
exist
two different
online.
things.
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same thing.
They're the same thing.
Next question is from JsdMaNintendo. What has been the hardest trial you've had to overcome during your YouTube career, whether it was legal issues or computer/recording troubles or what have you? What was the hardest thing you've had to
The
overcome?
hardest thing I've ever had to overcome.
Yeah. What was the biggest hurdle in YouTube?
Honestly, I've never had a problem, to be honest. I think that I've gotten really lucky with my content and building my channel and the kind of content that I produce. I mean, the biggest trouble that I've ever had is like losing a recording here and there. And that's like, it's a couple hours of work that I just need to redo.
And that's a problem I just ran into for the first time. Except it wasn't something I could redo because the way Far Cry is set up, you can't.
I've never had any.
Can't reload a save.
I've never had any legal issues. I've never had anybody like tell me I can't do it. Like even my family is super supportive of what I do. My grandparents always told me growing up that I'd never make a living playing video games. So the last time I went over there, I'm like, ah!
Mom said I never get anywhere with these games. It's an old commercial for like a community college or something.
What about you? Any weird issues?
I mean, I just had that recording thing. We've had some computer issues lately where my computer's like, I don't want to record audio anymore. I just want to make noises.
I just thought. What do you?
I had something else.
I
so
wanted to do.
I was gonna say Stephen lost one vlog day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah, okay. That happened. There was one.
I actually also thought of something. So.
When we lived in Colombia, we had come back to my parents' house for Christmas. I brought my laptop. We were shooting vlogs, editing them in the evening, getting them up for the next day.
Yeah.
I let something transcode to something overnight. I came out in the morning and my Mac had a frowny face on it.
Oh no!
You never want to see that frowny face because it really shouldn't be a frowny face. It should be like a guy laying in a field dead or something. Because that's the way
I
it
was
feels.
gonna say a face with just X's in the eyes, but that's way more violent and probably more appropriate.
Yeah, well, it was dead. The hard drive was
Oh
dead.
no!
And I lost one day. That was the only vlog day I've ever lost.
Wow.
And it was Christmas Eve, and I had to go get a replacement hard drive on Christmas Eve. And
Man.
Best Buy was only open for like another 30 minutes. So like I jumped to the car and ran to Best Buy and got a hard drive and came back and installed it and had to keep on Christmas Eve and had to keep going. Luckily, the vlog day that was missed was like her food.
Yeah.
Which is
which is
is-
what all the
Which
vlogs
Which is what
are.
all the vlogs are.
Something.
I did think of something while you were talking about that, though.
Yeah.
And this was a long time ago, but near the beginning of my channel, oh yeah, it was right around the time I was about to reach 1,000 subscribers on my channel. My computer exploded. It wasn't just the hard drive. Like the computer did not even remotely work. There was nothing I could do to fix it. Yeah, it was gone. It was fried.
Seems bad.
Yeah, so I was a bit frantic because I was about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I had like these things planned. I was gonna do 1,000 subscriber special kind of deal.
God, there's so many 1,000 subscriber special videos.
Right. So that was a thing that was gonna happen back then, and then I had to go like spend a bunch of money on a new computer. I still have that computer.
No,
That computer, it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
but not doing you much good, I guess.
No, that's pretty busted now.
Oh,
It's old.
The only other time I've had issues, I had a legal issue, and anyone who watched for this past year in 2014 would know that a bunch of vlogs from 2010 like suddenly disappeared, and then over the course of the next few months were re-uploaded, and it was just because there was one particular vlog that featured some clips from a film, and me and my roommates were watching this film, and we were criticizing this film as it deserved to be criticized. It was freaking awful. And the company that made the film reached out to me. Well, they didn't reach out to me. They took my video down, which which gave me a strike. And then I was like,
And strikes on YouTube, not good.
Yeah.
They shut down features for people on YouTube.
And I reached out to the company, and we had some back and forth, and it was very clear to me that they were. I can't even say the words that I am thinking right now because it's not.
Yeah.
Bad things. So when that happened, that's when I was like, you know what? Let's go back through 2010, get all the stuff that could have, because I want to say I wasn't following the rules until I got partnership, but like I wasn't.
You weren't worried about it because
I was like, whatever. But whenever I was partner, I was like, oh, I should pay attention to the rules.
Right, yeah.
Which was in like late 2010. So I actually asked Steven Craft to watch all of the videos from the first year, and they did. They did an awesome job. They watched all of the videos from the first year and made a list of like anything that could even potentially be a problem.
Yeah.
They gave me that list, sorted it out, re-uploaded the videos, and now we're good. But that was a pain. That was a friggin' pain.
I bet.
Woo! Anyway, next question is from Jack Frost. What has been a lifelong ambition of yours? What have you always wanted to do?
Open a pizza place.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I retire.
Like legit?
Yeah. I want a pizza place, but I want to have arcade machines in it. I want to own a pizza place. Yeah.
So basically Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but like not
Cooler.
lame. Okay, I don't want it to be.
Cheesy Chuck.
I don't want it to be like an arcade. I want it to be a pizza place with like a couple arcade machines.
You can have
Like classic.
animatronics.
Like no, classic arcade machine. Shut up now.
Those things terrified me as a kid. Like I would not go near them.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what that's based on.
Yeah, Mal hasn't played that, but I don't think she would do
No,
well.
you wouldn't. No,
She would
no.
not do well with that
No,
game.
I didn't do well with that game.
That's interesting. I've thought about that. It's not like an ambition of mine, but like I've thought about that. Like how cool it would be to have a restaurant. Because I like food, which I think is probably obvious, but
The other, my actual lifelong ambition, because that is one. That's what I want to do when I retire. But like before that, I've always wanted to own my own like production company, an internet production company. It was something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and it's something that feasibly I could do.
it'd be neat.
Yeah, and it's something that I worked towards for a while, and then it made more sense to just keep doing my own thing. For a while I wanted to get a bunch of people together and be like, let's start a thing. Let's start something really cool and get a bunch of really talented people, because I know a lot of really talented people, and get them all together and just make cool things. And that was my dream for a while, and things change.
Mal.
I'd like to have a legitimate art show. Not just like my senior art show at college.
Are you saying you want to be in a art show, or you want to hold your own art show?
I mean, I'd have to be in one first.
Wait. This is an ambition. This isn't what's next.
Okay, yeah, my own.
So you would want
You
to
wanna
hold your own.
Yeah,
And
hold
it'd
your
be
own
neat
art
to
show.
have like a gallery of like only my stuff.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be really cool.
That would be really awesome.
Next year, I'm entering Piccolo Spoleto.
Hopefully. I mean, you've tried. I mean, it's not that you've tried.
I know, but I keep forgetting when the deadline is every year, and I keep missing it
You've
every
been
year.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully next year you'll be less busy. I don't know if I have a particular ambition at the moment. Like, I know that sounds awful because you should always have something you're working towards, but like the only thing I'm really working towards is like paying off loans. It's like the most important
I mean, if
thing in my
you're
life.
like, if you get to a point and you're like, I'm really happy with where I'm at, then that's.
I am happy. I feel like if I know that you should always be like trying to climb some ladder, but like my ambition is to stay where I'm at.
That's a good one, actually.
I like that. I like.
I feel like that should be everyone's ambition, is to get to a point where they can.
I like what I do,
where they can stay.
and I don't. I don't know if I was doing this in. Even if I wasn't doing, Let's Plays and gaming junk, if I was doing, some sort of internet entertainment in 20 years, I would be thrilled with that, because that's where that's where I want to be.
I can get down with that.
So, you could get down.
I could get down with you.
20 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I could be like, Joshua Jepson, what are you up to? And
I'll call you up in 20 years. Man, I haven't talked to you in like 15 years. Come on, we should do something.
we should do a
Let's do a Let's Play. We'll play
I don't think there'll be Let's Plays.
the Super Marios.
They'll be different somehow.
It'll all be like just virtual reality.
When you play games, people will be able to join your Twitch stream, but it won't be Twitch. They'll just be in
your game.
And you'll be able to talk to them and interact with them. And no one will wear headsets, because we'll have things in our brains. I know what I'm talking about.
I don't think so.
Next question is from Chris Castro, 1925. If you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? You want me to start?
Yes.
Carl Sagan, probably straight off the bat, which is obvious.
That's a good one.
I mean, we have cat name. And also...
You have a picture of space on your wall?
We do, we like space. Probably Carl Sagan, just so I could be like, oh, you cool.
The one I was thinking about was Robin Williams. Because I've heard nothing but, like, he was, like, the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
And, like, he's obviously hilarious. And, yeah, no, Robin Williams was such a cool guy. I miss him.
I liked him. Mal?
Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross. Oh, man, you made me think of another one. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut yours off. Bob Ross is a freaking good answer.
Bob Ross is a
But
good
along
answer.
that same line, Fred Rogers.
I was thinking Mr. Rogers earlier. I'm
Rogers.
like, yeah.
Fred Rogers. Just so I could, like, hug him.
I was thinking like, who are the nicest people? Because I would like to just talk with the nicest people and just, you know what I mean?
Fred Rogers, man.
Like, he's the nicest person in history.
Yeah, he is. He
Like,
really is. There's no one.
Did you ever see the video of him? It was at like the Secretary of State thing, and he was standing up, like defending children's
programming?
Yep,
I've seen it.
That is the coolest video.
Mm-hmm. And he just talks in the soft-spoken
Fred
voice.
Rogers.
He's a good guy.
That's my pick. Sorry,
These
Robin
are all
Williams.
dead people.
It says living or dead.
I know, but if we chose living, could you pick someone living? Nicolas Cage? So you could just say, "This is all a joke, isn't it?" And he'd be like, "Yeah. This is all a huge ruse. I'm gonna go down in history as the craziest guy."
Nicolas Cage, yeah, I have dinner with Nicolas
I think Tim Cook would be interesting to talk to. I mean, he's current CEO of Apple.
Jony Ives?
He's handled Jony Ive. No. We'd have to meet in a particular location that had rounded corners everywhere. The corners are so round. You can't even see the pixels.
I'd have dinner with Adam Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad answer.
I've been watching his videos online. He's that Tested is the YouTube channel, and he's like not like the host of that, but he's like part of it, and he shows off all the cool nerdy stuff that he has and makes.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Alton Brown.
I was just gonna say that.
That's a good one.
Alton Brown's a good one.
That's a good one.
I would love to see him.
Oh man, I wanted to make me dinner.
Yeah, I don't think you could meet Alton Brown without saying, "All right,
Like, bro, you got some dinner?"
Yeah, that would be incredible. I would.
John Oliver
John Oliver's a cool guy. I like John Oliver.
or Colbert or
Jon Stewart. Any of those guys. It's because I've watched them on TV more than like anybody else. I don't know. If we keep going, we'll probably end up listing everyone. So I'm gonna move on. Next question is from Spiffleh. Spiffleh says, "Was it weird seeing and hearing yourself on video when you first started? And if so, how long did that feeling last?"
Yes, and still goes on. Sorry.
Really?
I feel like I haven't talked much. I had to jump in.
I was like, oh god.
To be fair, you haven't spoken a whole lot. Yeah, Mal doesn't obviously make videos.
It's still weird.
Yeah.
You're in it. Is it
If
really?
I watch Steven edit or hear myself on his computer, it's so weird.
Do you cringe?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
See,
That's interesting. I didn't even know that.
well, okay. Mine goes back because I try to think about the first time that I was on camera or listening to myself, my voice, and I remember the earliest memory I have of it. It probably happened before that, but the earliest memory I have of it is when I was in, I think it was 2nd grade, and we had a Christmas play, and they filmed it, and then they played it back to us later. That was terrifying for me because I was like, man, my voice so high. I got a real high voice. I mean, I was 2nd grade, but even then I was thinking, I'm like, wow, my voice is way higher than I thought it was. And like, I don't have the deepest voice in the world. So you can imagine what it was when I was a kid.
I think your voice is pretty deep.
Yeah, now it is.
I have something similar. When I was in band in middle school, we had to record ourselves playing our solo and ensembles. And then we had to make listen to it to check it. And I played mine back, and I didn't think I ever really heard my voice recorded before. This is like 6th grade. And I was like, I don't sound like that.
Yeah.
That voice is way too deep. And I didn't realize my voice was so deep.
It's the opposite problem.
I don't remember the first time that I heard like. Maybe I've just been making too much stuff.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Was it weird seeing and hearing and hearing
When you
yourself on video
first
when you first started? And like I don't.
I don't remember it ever being weird. Well, when
When I started vlogging in 2009, no.
when I started doing Let's Plays
don't
and
think
stuff,
so.
it was never weird to listen to myself because at that point I had already like
Oh, well,
filmed myself a lot and like made my own little things before I even did YouTube stuff, and I played those back to myself and I got really used to it.
that kind of, well, I was going to say, because like before vlogs, I was doing crap for years, so
Yeah.
that was I guess it's dumb. The first major thing I feel like I filmed, because I did, crap. The first major thing I did was I did a huge like 30-minute project whenever my 8th grade class went to Washington D.C. I filmed it all. I did like interviews and crap just for fun. It's pretty much a vlog. It's a vlog really. It's just a fun 30-minute thing. That's the first thing I did, and I'm trying to think of stuff before that. And there's a lot of stuff before that, but it was like when I was 12. So
You've just been used to it.
I've been doing it so long, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I get that. I kind of feel the same way.
Last question is from the Thethunderstriker, and it just says, Stephen, can you and Josh have another awkward hug?
I'm gonna scooch over here.
There. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. I want you to know that somewhere out there in internet land, people are already starting their fan art and fan fictions. Hold me.
Jesus Christ.
That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave questions down below. Mal and I will answer them next month. Josh will not, because he will not be here.
Never again.
He's probably
I'm never coming back.
still going to be rocking himself in the fetal position. We'll see you guys next month for another StephenVlog Q&A. You poor man.